Hello everyone, myself Antari from Jorhat Medical College. Let's start discussing the important MCQs which have been asked previously in your NEET UG examination and which might be asked in your next NEET UG examination. So let's start with page number 49, Animal Kingdom, Chapter 4, Anti-Healthy Biology, Class 11. Starting with the class Reptilia, very first MCQ which they may ask about the creeping or crawling mode of locomotion of class Reptilia. Now about the skin, they might ask you about the skin that is dry, cornified. You have to remember the term cornified. Epidermal scales and scutes. These scales and scutes are epidermal. You have to remember the term epidermal and cornified skin. Now the next MCQ which they may ask that here also tympanum represents the ear. So you have to be very clear about that. Limbs when present are paired in two pairs and heart is usually three-chambered, here also, but exception is there and you have to remember the exception. That is crocodile, it has four chambers. This question have been asked many times. So you have to remember this, that crocodile has four chambered heart. Now reptiles are poikilotherms. Here also reptiles, poikilotherms. Earlier classes were also poikilotherms. Sexes are separate and development is direct. These are not so important as you have got earlier also, but the examples and the alternate names are very important. So you have to go through these examples as well as the alternate names. You have to practice them by writing yourself only. Now coming to the class apes, characteristic feature of apes is the presence of feeders, and most of them can fly except flightless bird is ostrich. This question have been asked previously. Now they possesses a beak and forelimbs are modified into wings. You have to remember this statement that forelimbs are modified into wings. They might ask you wings is a modification of which structure, so you have to mark forelimbs. And the hind limbs generally have scales. You have to remember that the hind limbs generally have scales and modified for walking, swimming and clasping. This question can be asked in your board examination. Now their endoskeleton is fully ossified, bony and long bones are with hollow air cavities, that is pneumatic bones are there, long bones. You have to remember that it is clearly mentioned in your Ncert that long bones are hollow with air cavities. So you have to whenever you will give an option like short bones or long bones, you have to mark long bones with pneumatic cavities. Now the digestive tract have additional chambers which are crop and gizzard. These two chambers are additional chambers. You have to remember these two terms. Now heart is completely four chambered. Earlier you got three chambered heart, exception is crocodile. Now heart is four chambered. They are warm-blooded homeotherms. From apes onwards they are warm-blooded animals and they are able to maintain a constant body temperature. You have to remember this statement. Now finishing with the apes, the very next question they may ask you that air sacs connected to the lungs supplement respiration. You have to remember their respiration process, that air sacs are connected to lungs, and the examples with their alternate names, as I have already told you, these are very important. And for image based question you should not miss these pictures and examples, because you see these examples actually the nephron, strutio, Citicala and Pavo, etc. names are scientific names, and so you have to remember this with the images. You cannot afford to miss this one. And they previously asked this question also about apes as well as the reptiles, and other questions, image based question they have already asked, so you have to remember these things. Thank you.